Imagine a situation where you have invited your boss for dinner at your home. Your boss is the person who's responsible for your promotions and hire, and you don't want to lose this chance to let him or her know that you are definitely more smart and intelligent than he thinks. Now imagine your boss is a Chinese Confucianist. So what will you prepare for dinner? What topics will you discuss? We'll discuss those will maintain his interest. What etiquettes and manners will impress him? We all know the world is rapidly globalizing. That means we will be more and more exposed to other cultures. If we want to excel in our professional and personal life, we need to be aware with some cultural aspects and be sensitive towards them. Anand more in his speech, in today's speech, will talk about this very important topic, cultural sensitivity. He's doing this speech as part of the Competent Communicator Project Number 2, Organize Your Speech. His goals are to make this speech more structured and easy to understand and enjoyable. Anand Moore, Organize Your Speech.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and today's guest. I'll start with one experience which I had when I was working in one big software company in India. It was Offshore Development Center. They had this international internship program. They used to bring fresh college students out of the campus to the company campus. They will work in a real live projects with us, and they will gain the experience and have their seminal moments. In such program, there was one intern in my project who was from UK. His name was Benjamin. We used to call him Ben. This program was 6 months on-campus program. So after a few months, we started knowing each other. This guy was more talkative, friendly, and more importantly, he was very curious. Curious to know about the Indian culture. Why people are like this, what they are. So a few months later, we started communicating informally, inviting him for the parties, and he became one of our buddies. So in one party, where we had a few girls in that party, Ben was there, few guys, and we were chatting over the beer. Suddenly Ben asked this question: why there are so many gay and lesbian couples in India? And everybody was shocked, even me. Girls were like showing impression like this. I mean, it's a shyness, symbol of shyness. I mean, now you must be curious, like why we were shocked and what was, big thing about that question. We were informal buddies. So this was an awkward moment for everybody. So I tried to break that silence for after a few seconds. I asked Ben, why you asked this question? Where it came in your mind? So he said that in a campus or anywhere he go in a park, he see a lot of guys hanging around with the hand, holding the hand each other, putting the hands over the shoulder, getting close. Girls also do a hugging in a public. That sounds something like, this may be a couples. So I said, it was not his problem. It was not his fault. It's a difference between the culture he's lived and the culture between he came. So two things here in this situation. Why this was so much awkward for everybody. First thing, why Ben was shocked. First thing, Ben asked that question. Secondly, why we were shocked. In Indian culture, it's perfectly okay to hold the hand of your male friends, holding the hand each other, or the female friends getting close in the public. It's perfectly okay. However, if girl and boy gets closer in the public, maybe they just kiss or hug, it will raise a lot of eyebrows. It's pretty much awkward. You can't believe in some places in India that might be a big reason for battle between the families, actual fights with the guns. It can be a big reason. So it's an important topic, culture. and sensitivity about it. And what we can do to avoid these awkward situations. And as I told in the introduction, how it will help us to grow in our careers and personal life. So let's understand what is a culture. The word culture is derived from the Latin word cultura. That means cultivation. And it has a different interrelated meanings. Now, just to count those, somebody already has done this job. Alfred No Kroger and Clyde Clarkhan in 1952, both are American anthropologists, compiled almost 164 definitions of word culture. I'll just tell you today 98 definitions out of it. Don't worry. So most commonly this word is used as a integrated patterns of human knowledge, beliefs, behavior, depend on their capacity for the symbolic thoughts and social learning. Secondly, a set of shared attitudes, values, goals, practices that characterizes the institution, organization or the group. Didn't help, right? I'll simplify the definition. If the culture is like this tree, it has this is underground, some roots, and there are some branches which we can see, visualize them. So if this is a culture, then these branches or the stem, everything is, these are the 6 different factors which we can see. What are those? Communication styles, attitude towards the conflicts, approach of completing tasks, decision making styles, attitude towards the disclosures, approaches to the knowing. So these are the characteristics which we can see in a people in a day-by-day basis. But the basis of these all day-by-day visual characteristics, there is a base which is a deep-rooted. These are the 6 important things which will derive those activities or those behaviors. Beliefs, values, perceptions, expectations, attitude and assumptions. Now you can imagine beliefs, values, perceptions, expectations, attitude and assumptions. It goes much beyond the language, culture goes much beyond the language, etiquettes or ethnicity, nationality or the religion. It covers everything. It covers the gender, your history, the weather, eating habits, sports, relations, festivals, celebrations, what people like, what people don't like, everything. So all are these aspects of culture. So it's a lot to cover. Let's go towards the sensitivity. What mean by sensitivity? Some people are sensitive to allergies. So whether to be a sensitive same way towards the culture, I become a rash, my face become a red rash and my eyes become swollen and watery when I see the different cultures. And that's not the meaning of sensitivity. In my words, basically sensitivity means just to be aware about it and be respectful about those different factors. Here I will just simplify giving 3 different tips to achieve this cultural sensitivity. First tip, be open and aware, as I said. Believe me, once you know other cultures, there are a lot of aspects and colorful activities, a lot of colorful things which you will be amazed with and you will find fortunate to know those things. How you will know about the other cultures? Books, there are various sources, books, movies, internet, talk to people. But don't rely on one single source, that's my advice. Imagine if I would have derived or known the American culture just seeing the American movies like American Beauty, American History or American Park. Second tip, be respectful about other cultures. Don't get disgusted if somebody is eating with fingers because there might be some reason, some historical reason for that. Or if you go to some place where they are not using the tissues, some tissues in a toilet, don't get disgusted. Third tip, avoid stereotypes. This is a disclaimer. Hindus don't eat the cows because they worship the cows. Don't get so much bothered if you see the Hindu eating the cow. It's quite common because there is no black and white always. There is always gray area when we talk about a group of people. Imagine when I came to US, I was shocked to see that there are a lot of homeless people or the beggars on the street. So I was not prepared to see that. So let's avoid those stereotypes. I think these are my 3 tips for you. And there are, if we have some time, just 1 minute I'll take probably. Since we are talking about the language, I will talk what are the differences between the words we use in India and the words in USA. Probably that will give some insight. We use the schedule for the schedule. It's a semicolon, not a semicolon. Probably, not the probably. South India, if you go, it's a H for the H. It's a Z, not the Z. Other way. Check is spelled as a CHEQUE, while the check is CHECK here. We call money as a note, and the one you get in a restaurant, that is a bill. It's other way. Driveway is a place where you speed up the cars, and parkway is the place where you park the cars. We call petrol for the gas, and gas is the thing which we use for the cooking, or gas is the thing which makes the strange noise in that silent meeting after the lunch.